Hello, so today we're going to be making a snowman. First thing we're going to get to do is grab a cylinder, set the diameter to 70, and we're going to set the height to 5. Now we're going to change the color to white for the snowman. So now we're going to grab a sphere in, and then set the steps out to the max. Change the length to 80, so the diameter to be 80. Height also to 80. And then we're going to get a box here and stretch the length and width of the box. Set the height to 12. And then duplicate this. Set the height to 8. Select these two. Click Align. Align to the top height-wise. Select the bottom two, and then we're going to align to the... Select all three, and then we're going to align to the center. And then click Group All. We're going to click Cruise, and then cruise the sphere onto here. Make a duplicate. Hold the Shift key, and we're going to Shift drag it till 65. The length and width are both 65. We're going to duplicate this again, and then move it to the right. Take this and then drag it down. Shift drag it again to 50. We're going to take this this sphere and then cruise it onto the top here. Select everything and then align to the center. We're going to slightly drag, so for the top sphere you might have to move it down 1 or 2 millimeters. And we're going to cruise the third sphere also on. Select everything, align. We're going to align center to center. Select everything and then group all. Now the next step is we're going to get another cylinder here. Change the height to change the length to 6 and change the width to 6. And then the height to 2. And then we're going to get a half sphere. And for the half sphere, we're going to set the length to 7 and width to 7. And then I'm going to cruise it on here. And then center it length and width. Change the color to white and then group all. We're going to change this color to be black. We're going to change the length to 6.4, then the width also to 6.4. Take this and set the height to 6, and then make this a hole. We're going to get a cylinder out. Set the length to 9 and then set the width also to 9. And then set the height to 3. We're going to drag out this type of shape called a paraboloid. We're going to change this height to 14. Change the width to 10. And change the length also to 10. Change the color to be orange. We're going to cruise this on. We're going to cruise this orange one. This is going to be the nose. And then we're going to cruise this onto the cylinder here. Select the two and then align them. Center. And then select everything and group. Select the cylinder and set the length and width to be 9.4. And then set the height to be 6. And then change the height to be a hole. Change it to be a hole. And then move this to here. We're now going to drag out a cylinder. Set the length to 50. And set the width to be 50. and then set the height to 4. Then we're going to get a cone out here. And we're going to set the base radius to that number as well as set the top radius to that. 19, top radius 16, height of 28, and then sides of 128. And then we're going to set the color to be black. Set the base radius to 21. And then we're going to turn that, get the cylinder and turn it. Then now we're going to align it. This is going to be to make the holes for the, so we can actually put this stuff onto the snowman. There should be a total of 5 different holes because we have 4 on the 2 body spheres for the to put the buttons on. And then we have the 5th one kind of to for another thing to put the for the eyes, or I guess it's 6. Yeah, so kind of once you duplicate it, make sure to try to use the left arrow key to move the cylinder so that it goes inside the body and cuts out a hole. So it should look like this for the 4 buttons. And you can turn it slightly at an angle so that it matches better with the curvature of the sphere. Yeah, so then next step is take this cylinder here, and then we're gonna make the eyes for the snowman. Shift it left a little bit and then duplicate another one and shift it right. And then now we're going to select the three and group it. Select everything and then click align. And then we're going to align everything to the center. And then move it out a little. And then we're going to, this is going to be for the attaching the nose. So move it out a little and then now it should look like this. These are going to be the little buttons on the thing. And then after that, that'll be it for the project. Good luck.